What's really interesting, Jonathan, is you've got quite a lot going on here. So you've got your auction flips, which you're still doing.
Mm-hmm.
You've got developments that you're continuing to look for, and some, rather than selling them in auction, you're actually developing them yourselves and
Yes.
either selling or holding on to some units. You've got a business as well. So why is the big question? Why are you doing so many different things?
Well, along the way, I have worked with other people. So some of the things I have done have been joint ventures. So that's, I guess, partly why, because I've been able to, because of the support and the expertise that other parties have brought to the projects. Why? Because property, whatever, even if it's a different strategy, is still the driver for income. So I kind of have always wanted to have additional streams of income. People always talk about having multiple streams of income. People always talk about systemizing businesses as well. And actually, I've taken a lot of that on board. It's not perfect yet, but I'm starting to systemize my property business. The whole thing is managed in the cloud. I'm certainly systemizing Fabu. And as both grow, I will recruit staff as well to help me with that. But I guess the real big picture, other than my family's long-term security and happiness, is actually I want to longer term actually do charity work, and that was the one thing which kind of really gave me what's the right word, the motivation to really be successful. I did a charity event in 2012 which was raising funds for a friend's child who needed treatment for a brain tumour, and I kind of just almost did that on a whim. It was 6 months of hard work, but it was incredibly rewarding, and I got far more from that than any business transaction than I would ever do. And being a father of 3 myself, I just thought, that is, if there's any way to pay back the slightly privileged upbringing I've had, if you like, that's one way to do it. So in 5 years' time, or there or thereabouts, I'd like to be running events for that charity that now exists, without having to be compensated for it.
Jonathan, thank you very much for your time. We're actually going to go and see one of your projects now. This is a particularly exciting project because as you bought a project that you had sort of plan A for, the government sort of changed the goalposts in terms of the industry that we're working within. So we're not going to talk about that just now, we're going to talk about that at the project. But this is a chance for us to see one of Jonathan's projects in action, and it's also a chance for us to see how he's analysed it, looked at the various exit options, and why it's a really good idea to have much more than just one exit. So Jonathan, we're going to head to that project now. Thank you for your time. My name's Kelly Lemon. This is a Property Investor News interview.